to seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she?
No.
Ah, but you ain't told everything. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him. Well, when you do, she's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look.
Good day to you. Sid.
It's all but spent. What do we do now?
Oh, the crystals we get from the tailor all but worthless.
We had to dig a new cellar.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted, rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to... Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales.
All right.
Hello.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
Word is, the Black Shields took a hiding in the hands of some...
Excuse me. Quentin mentioned strange figures.
Nah, not me, Gov. I heard the room. I'm here most days, right next to the gate, and I ain't seen nothing. Don't worry. Any shady characters try and slip into town this way.
All right. Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods.
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal.
Where was this?
In Lawbert. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it. Screeching out. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me. And I ain't...
I see. Seems This pass is our best bet, then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate? Ambrosia won't help me here. Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia. You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
Good day to you. See.
It's all but spent. The crystals we get from the tailor all but worthless.
Clive.
I found some black shields hide.
Black shields. The Empress's fort, though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare and bite back.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to... Who did the Black Shield serve now?
Because I want him.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here...
I don't understand. Why him?
I suppose it is better that you know I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world. And fight it I did. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally.
So what, Shay?
I discovered that he hunted bearers. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. A means of ridding himself of his rivals. A mask to hide the rot beneath. His response, however, was rather... more visceral. And he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. The faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved, so I set about enacting. I tracked down every soul who served him, but the man himself proved an altogether more difficult. With money and power come and so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lost Wing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you...
Of course. They too have seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. Our wounds are the same. We know where he hides, how numerous. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already...
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless... My friends and comrades,
I'm not going to change his mind.
that his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike at us before we can strike at him. There is no time to lose. The final stage of our plan must be put into motion.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a...
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's, loath though I am, to rely on the kindness of...
I'll see.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang.
All right. Come on.
My blade yet hungers, and so do I. Come, let us feast on your flesh.
Your feasting days are over.
This one.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better. Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me.
It's certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the date. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves.
I take it you missed the mother.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for you. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. She was the only thing that could fill the hole. But now she's gone. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man...
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work.
Recapture it? You know, I have to get back to the bakery right away. That...
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
The most fragrant herbs and spice.
Ah, there you are. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damned it.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. Just look at it. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the And look, Master...
From greens-fed birds. One
Now,
bite and you'll be
Dusan, I
begging
know
for
you're
more.
king, but do you have to use the good salt? Leave some for the rest of us.
Sorry, Master. I'll go and get some more later.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
We're seeing troops amassing in every...
I know what you're going to tell me. Thank you, Clive.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive?
I'm going to visit Sid, and...
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
And the...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. Me and my dad designed it together, where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water. Ours is fitted with mithril engine, and those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together, which is where the stack comes. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva, but the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is. Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
Full suit of armor then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't... The engine plating's basically just a very efficient conductor. Create a thermal gradient across it and the heat radiates outwards, which... You know what, just show the plans to Blackthorn.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border
Blackthorn.
Out with it.
It's for mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Go on then. What is it this?
She said you would...
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though, and I'll need help. Get Gavin.
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buck, which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work now. There's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where. We can get this over with. You going after the Stardust then? Which one of these two luckies?
Gav.
All right, then. So,
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Valcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
southern reaches of the Valcroy, eh? That's... I'll go and scout the place out. See about it.
All right.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of this stuff from Blackthorn's supplier.
You two, eh?
Fleece me. I'll get us a good price. Is that what you want to worry about?
Sounds like this river we're looking for is south of the Dalamil Inn. I'll hire us a wagon and meet you there.
Looks like I found the river. Where's Gav?
Yeah!
Sorry to keep you.
Better late than I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this stuff. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying up.
Then let's get bagging.
We shall.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished?
Enough.
Oh, that might even be enough for all. Here. Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that. And those shoulders of yours starting to feel hardly ever see around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time back.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his ham.
You go on ahead. And
after Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Run like the wind.
You deserve a rest.
There was a time this path was guarded day and night by Lord Kupka's men. But now they've gone. Back to the Fang. Leaving us lesser mortals at the mercy of whatever bloodthirsty beasts they say nested beyond.
to fight. This must have been a fishing village before everyone left.
Farewell. This one.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn.
Yeah. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers or beat sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my...
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let...
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Mid hasn't been her usual.
Editors started reading books that don't have any
I have
pictures
done
in.
it, Sid.
I have learned all the letters.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn...
Excellent. One.
So,
The helm, for this, will be
salvage from the ruins. I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and... What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to... Excess heat is dealt with by means of the... Now, were we to rely on thermal plating, in other words... Why, if see...
You can stop there. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen... Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in law... The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, it's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's,
I see. Then would that help?
Oh, I'll gather my team and head there right away.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Vale. Leave anything you don't need behind. Ready? Leave at once.
Ambrosia won't help me here. Run like the wind.
Oh, there you are, Sid. The, ruins are just over there, as is the...
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. Nice try. The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid!
You shouldn't have any trouble.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is
All right.
Your work is done, Sid. We'll take care of the rest. Let Mid know she'll have...
We're seeing troops amassing in every quarter.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm.
Excellent. Another...
And just...
Right. The shielding. This...
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shield, a prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even... I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think...
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek.
Tomes? Yeah. Well, I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Right away.
I've been going round in circles trying to find something sturdy enough to withstand the fire of the engines, but light enough not to sink the ship.
I knew it was a good idea to have editors study alongside the children.
Mid hasn't been
I went up to give some greens to the children.
Ugh, I'm never drinking.
Hippocrates. For you, Clark? Well, actually, it's for me. Could you take a look at that?
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these?
She has some specific requirements for the materials, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it, as you can imagine. She's struggling to find anything that meets her need.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you...
Perhaps. It is not a different material she requires.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine at timber and steel, and yet we have made a home here from those very materials.
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of... I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moondew. It is said to be able to resist even the most before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm. Nobles would daub their castle walls with it
So if we could...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of it. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they... If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of the knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern...
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you...
So you need a hand?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill...
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your...
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. I could have done with some of that on Drustinus. I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
So, Clive, who will accompany you?
Very well. So then, what do we need?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list.
White chocobo eggs. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very... I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they so much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join...
I will.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Good luck in Northreach. Try not to get too distracted from the task at hand.
Now, where's Jill?
There's two.
And what can I do for you? I do like a customer who knows what he wants. I'll be here if you need me.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredient?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right.
How about you look for the Pepio nuts? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished. They sell everything here at the market. Finding garlic and Pepio nuts won't take long.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in them. Fresh cuts! Come and get them before...
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. I hope it's to your liking. I trust it's all here.
All anyone ever wants anymore is a water crate.
How the hell is anyone...
Oi, don't touch anything. Go on. Take it.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what mid... But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed. Just being here. Do you remember walking down Market Street?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antic. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Welcome back. I hope you two had fun while I was busy helping
Ah, Clive. Harpocrates has all the ingredients. We were just waiting for you.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your... I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go. And now that we have all the ingredients...
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you... What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready.
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost... a shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter followed by a rigorous process of test. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to... Thank you, Up. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Thanks to Sid.
I went up to give some greens to the chocolate.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to do that?
Sorry to keep you waiting, but you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding...
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking. Harpocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me.
Right then. Better start working out how to bolt all these bits together to the Black Hammer.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stack.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna...
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you. Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we need her. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we...
I'm working on that, and I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have...
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna...
I was. And you can come.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming.
Aye, aye, Cap...
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build? He said it was some sort of...
Myth? She was building a ship.
Crack the crystal too? You're joking.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto? What could be wrong with Torgor? You see... Hopefully it's nothing. got your note. You think something's wrong?
So you can read. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at it. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. He's not been working him too hard.
No harder than you? Is that it, boy?
What was it he said he was?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken in...
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean?
Lawsman.
He isn't ill.
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. Which is certain. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened to...
I rather think she might be right. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not... If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to... It may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different... As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been...
I don't recall ever seeing any of that.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was...
Even so.
Good hunting.
Blackthorn, you have a moment?
Not really.
This won't take. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. And you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Perhaps sharing your thoughts might...
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him. He's just, well...
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it.
I'll see what I can find. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this. You're looking well.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
Running around after him again?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into... Which made it nice and easy, find it.
Can you tell me who bought it?
You think I tell people who me clients? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off. Fine. If Lord Ignac's the man you want, Delmeckian bloke, collects weapons and the like, and he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric.
I appreciate the warning.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship? Let's sail it around the lake.
Clive.
That's why I'm...
Shh. What? A little. Listen. I've some bad news, and it's maybe my fault. Sadly, that square
turned out to be more of a... circle... 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from...
Bit late for that.
There you are!
So let me get this straight. You forget, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. The man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. Well?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen.
We owe 3 of our most trusted...
Each. 5. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have...
Those ledgers were my...
Do we have that much to hand? I can always...
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Ross after the King's ransom we had off him. He deserves better than to see our... Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on...
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to... Is there anything I can do to...
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Mark?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000. Little something Sid and I set aside for... And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't...
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star ruby?
Because
I'd rather Lady Karen killed.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry.
Really?
No.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back, sir. All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
I think Mid might need some help.
Well. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me. A lovely bit of kit, it is. Bunging a solution you want. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities, which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's what...
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like.
Proper.
So what exactly do you need?
Nothing but bomb ashel. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly...
All right.
Thank you kindly. I've tried to find a supplier for this stuff, but it's rare as Chocobo's teeth. Either someone brings down a Bond King and picks up the ash, or